I'm Justin DePago, and I have nothing to do. You know, I'm between addresses right now, so I'm actually staying in my father's guest house right here. He lives out in the country, so I decided to take a walk around the property and see if I could figure out something to fill my time with. So there's oak trees all over the place. Oak trees. It's beautiful out here. I don't know if this is a rule, but wherever I see that the oak trees have been trimmed or pruned, there's little piles of the leftovers, all kinds of logs and branches at the base of every tree. Oak trees are protected, and so I assume maybe that's why. Maybe people are just not hauling this stuff out. It's a fire helicopter. There's no fire up here as far as I know. Anyway, I decided to look through these logs and see what I could find. I stripped the bark off of this one. It's nice and level on both sides. It's really heavy. I don't have most of my tools with me. I'm not sure what I would do with it. I think it might be too big for my purposes right now. Then, right next to it, I found this little guy. And I also found my new workbench. So, I'm going to modify. Everything's a mod now, or a hack. I'm going to hack this branch. Let's find some tools. Okay, welcome to my shop and everything else that I own. I like using these buckets to organize. Okay, what's in this? Nothing I need. I'm looking for a drill driver. Alright, charger, I might need that. This was organized before I also put my clothes in here. Also, I went to a little hardware store in town, about a 15-minute drive away. I got lamp wire, rolling switch, a socket, some satin spar urethane, and I also need, I don't need that, believe it or not, .3/8" 1 1/8. Oh, let's use that. Spirit level. You know what? Let's not be stupid. Let's take the whole bucket. Okay, so we're back at my workbench. Let's start with the level. Whoever cut this trunk of the tree off did a nice job of leveling this stump. Okay, so we're gonna make a lamp. So the socket's gonna go right there, the other way around, and it'll disappear into that. The wire will extend out this spur to get started. That's a nice clean hole. It's a very tight fit, but it'll work. With the hole deep enough for the socket, I need a smaller hole at the bottom of that for the lamp wire to go through. I can't blow this hole all the way through or else it won't hold the socket in. I'm going to use this smaller spade bit for the lamp wire. And this is going to blow through all the way to the bottom. See that? That hole blew through all the way to the bottom. I could just have the cord come out of there, but I'm going to make it a little harder for myself. And I'm going to drill a hole here to meet up with that hole. Oh, you know what? I don't have a long enough. Alright, I'll do this the easy way. Alright, lamp wire. You can basically turn anything into a lamp with some lamp wire and a light socket. Give myself plenty of slack. Alright, the screws on the bottom, loosen them up with a smaller. You don't want to drop a screw out here, let me tell you. Son of a bitch. Alright, I didn't mean to take this screw all the way out. Now it's punishing me. Okay, you make a little hook on the end of each of these wires so that they'll go nicely around the screw. And this ring was in my way, because my screwdriver is so big, it was in the way. I bent it out of the way, because in this case, I don't really need it. I'll bend it back in place after I'm finished with my big screwdriver. Okay, that's screwed down in place. I'm going to bend this little guy back down and then feed it back through here. Okay, the socket now fits nicely in there, disappears into it. Alright, that's the lamp. To turn it on and off, I got this little switch that you've seen before on lamps all over the place. These are great. They are so simple to install. You don't really even need wire cutters. You can do it with these scissors. I'm going to pick the spot on the cord where I want my switch. So I'm going to pick this spot, and then I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to split apart the wires right here. These wires are made to come apart like this. So they come apart really easy. So you basically want to make a gap that's about the same size as the switch. And then I'm going to take this switch apart. This is a crappy old screwdriver. Look how rounded over it is. But that's what I have available to me. So one side of these lamp wires has a rib on it so that you can identify it. And the other side doesn't. This side right here has a rib. This side is completely smooth all the way around. So this is the side that I'm going to cut right in the middle. And this wire cuts really easily. I mean, these are heavy duty scissors, but they're not wire cutters. Now, this is the inside of the switch. And you see how it's open on this side, and on the bottom here where my thumb is, there's a little wall inside the switch. So the cord, one side passes all the way through, and then the cut side is separated by that little wall. Okay, now normally at this stage I would plug this in and test it, but we're out here, my living workbench, so we'll save that step. This is done. This thing is complete. Alright, all it needs now is a bulb. Oh, and also, I'm not going to sand it. I want it to look as natural as possible, but I am going to protect it. So, here it is, the finished product. Sophisticated, rustic, old-fashioned, and modern, like me.